stayed in a psychiatric hospital in the southern French village of Saint-Remy. He worked hard there, seeking the majority of his subjects in nature. After a period of illness that ended in April 1890, he threw himself into the production of a number of flower still lifes. He painted roses and 2 canvases with large bunches of purple irises. One of these was painted against a pink background, the other purple bouquet, which extends to pure carmine and Parisian blue, is set against a bright lemon yellow background with other yellow tints in the face and the base it stands on. Its effect is one of enormously divergent, complementary colors that are exalted by their oppositions, he wrote in a letter to his brother Theo. This one is called Irises, painted by Vincent van Gogh in 1890. It is oil on canvas, 92 by 73.5 centimeters. Van Gogh painted many self-portraits, but this one he painted in the winter of 1887-1888, when he had been living in Paris for nearly 2 years. Since his arrival in the city, he had devoted much study to the dotted pointillist technique, thereby learning how he might apply it in his own fashion. His use of brushstrokes, running in a variety of directions, created a self-portrait with a halo-like circle around his head. This variation and the dynamics it created were Van Gogh's own contribution to the new style of painting. This work is called Self-Portrait with Felt Hat, painted in 1888. Oil on canvas, 44 by 37.5 centimeters. In this painting, this summery garden, which Van Gogh later referred to by 102.5 centimeters. Here, Van Gogh has depicted his bedroom in the Yellow House, furnished with simple pine furniture and his own paintings. Over the bed hang his portraits of the poet Eugene Bach and the soldier Paul Eugene Millet. The most striking aspects of this work are the bright patches of contrasting color, the thickly applied paint, and the odd perspective. The rear wall appears strangely angled. This is not a mistake. This corner of the Yellow House was in fact slightly skewed. Elsewhere, however, the objects seem to tilt upward because the artist has not applied the laws of perspective accurately. Van Gogh worked that way on purpose. In a letter to Theo, he stated that he had flattened the interior and left out the shadows so that his picture would more closely resemble a Japanese print. But the artist was interested in more than just making a Japanese image. The simple interior and bright colors were meant to convey notions of rest and sleep, both literally and figuratively. This is the bedroom, painted in 1888, oil on canvas, 72 by 90 centimeters. Van Gogh intended the three orchid paintings, the pink orchid, the white orchid, and the pink peach tree, to go together. A letter to Theo includes a sketch of how all three paintings should be displayed. Between March 24th and April 21st of 1888, he made no fewer than 14 paintings of fruit trees in blossom. He hoped they would sell well. They were, he wrote, motifs which everyone enjoys. This one here is the pink orchid. 1888. Oil on canvas. 64.5 by 80.5 centimeters. On January 31st, 1890, Theo wrote to Vincent of the birth of his son, whom he had named Vincent Willem. Van Gogh, who was extremely close to his younger brother, immediately set about making him a painting of his favorite subject, blossoming sky. The gift was meant to hang over the couple's head as a symbol of this new life. Vincent chose an almond tree, which blooms early in southern regions, announcing the coming spring as early as February. This is an almond blossom. 1890. Oil on canvas 73.5 by 92 centimeters. At first sight, this painting appears as a jumble of bright colors and wild, abstract shapes. Powerful strokes and thickly applied paint mark the canvas. The subject only becomes apparent when you look closely. Tree roots, plants, leaves with brown and yellow of a sandy woodland floor under them. Van Gogh painted other scenes of trees and woods. He often cut off his compositions in an unusual fashion, often painting trees without their tops, or a piece of woodland showing only undergrowth and flowers, or, as here, only the roots of the trees. This was one of Van Gogh's last paintings, titled Tree Roots, in 1890. Oil on canvas 50 by 100 centimeters. I hope you enjoyed this small sound